Big fight for Hyderabad. TRS leads civic poll race. Celebrations at TRS office. Reason for BJP to cheer. Congress's dismal show continues. All action from Ground Zero. 6 p.m. prime with Ankit Tyagi.
Hello, good evening and welcome. 6 p.m. prime today coming to you from Hyderabad, where a municipal election is being fought and the results being followed as if it is some sort of a national or a state election. I am at the BJP headquarters and the celebrations of the Bharatiya Janata Party, though they are not going to be the single largest party or they have their mayor, but the party is celebrating. I'll tell you during the course of the show why is the BJP celebrating. We'll also go across to our newsmaker this evening, K. Kavita, TRS MLC, a key face as far as the TRS entire strategy is concerned. She'll be joining us just after I tell you the latest numbers. So what is the latest trend right now? The TRS has 64 divisions in which they are leading or they have won. The Bharatiya Janata Party is leading or have won on 41. AIMIM is about 43 and Congress at 2. So just if you compare it to the last time, this is a big inroad, a dent that the BJP has made. All right, joining me now on the broadcast is senior member of the TRS MLC, Kavita, K. Kavita, who is also, in fact, one of the key campaigners in this entire election, which is the results for which are just, in fact, trickling in, possibly will firm up in the next hour or so. Thank you so much for speaking to India today. I just want to start by asking you, in the morning you were saying that the TRS is going to cross 100 mark, though the TRS at this point of time looks like will have their own mayor without anybody's support. It will be the single largest party as well. But it is coming down a lot from the 99 mark that you touched last time. How do you see as the results stand at this moment?
Well, we have 30-40 more seats to be counted in, so we have high hopes. But you're right, yes, we might fall short a little bit of 100, but then, as you rightly said, we are the single largest party. People have blessed with that, and we will have our own mayor, contradicting all the claims, all the tall claims made by BJP, who wanted the mayor to be, from BJP, who claimed that we are going to win Hyderabad, etc. So people of Hyderabad, it looks like, have decided against the divisive politics of BJP and gave us a clear mandate, gave us a mandate for the development and prosperity and the peace that we have shown in the city of Hyderabad.
Ms. Kavita, what do you think has
Can you hear
been a race? Would you say that this is, though a victory, but a victory, a bruised victory as many are calling it, for the TRS, which possibly had no opposition in the last election? You decimated the Congress in the last election. The BJP has now emerged as a party with the kind of campaign that we saw in this election as somebody who is now rooting to be the principal opposition to the TRS.
Well, see, when you look at the numbers, after TRS, MIM looks like the largest party. BJP is on number 3. So when they are talking about whole of the state, I believe the numbers will be much less compared to Hyderabad, because the development agenda of TRS, the work we have put in, and as you rightly said, we've been winning every election, and Bharatiya Janata Party is benefited from the decimation of Congress. That is, by default, BJP stands to become the closest opponent to TRS. But it is a far close opponent to TRS, not a very close opponent to TRS. And TRS will certainly, in the coming time, will speed up our process, whatever, wherever tiny slips we would have had or wherever the inroads that the BJP has made, We will certainly also, as a political party, make sure that we plug all those loopholes as well. Apart from that, the mandate today that we got in Hyderabad is a clear indication that people are rejecting the rhetoric speeches of BJP. You know what, they say the same thing wherever an election is, whether it is in Bihar, whether it is in Maharashtra, wherever. And today you see they have lost Hyderabad. Today there are Maharashtra MLC poll results coming out. They have lost there too. So when you look at states with a different kind of a culture, when BJP waltz in trying to talk about all these divisive issues, it is not taken in good taste. That is a part that I believe to be taken away from this whole Hyderabad election. Because in the 15 days, more than a dozen top leaders of BJP have come in, but they just came in empty-handed. They gave nothing to Telangana.
Yes.
They have not helped us in any way. They have not helped us in the floods of Hyderabad. But then they just come here and ask for votes. So that is why they could not get as many seats as they wanted to.
No, but would you call this a rejection of the BJP, or has the BJP been able to successfully register themselves as an alternate in Telangana, in Hyderabad, from 4 to 40, somewhere around that figure? Don't you think is a big leap for a party which was holding on to straws till a few years back, and now if they are able to in fact take that kind of a leap, that would suggest that there are people, those who are buying the narrative and the agenda that the BJP wants to set, including few those who are possibly not happy with the TRS government.
Well, that is always a possibility in any political party, a party in power. There is always a possibility. But all I'm saying is, if the rhetoric, if the ideology, or if the USPs that the BJP thought could sell, and if it was successful, they would have won much more seats. But the fact that TRS still remains the largest party, hands down, TRS can still have the mayor on their own, hands down, that itself is a larger message of people of Hyderabad. That is what I believe in.
Ma'am, my last question to you today, because of course you'll be very busy today. You've seen the kind of campaign that the BJP employed in these elections. Last 7 days of the campaigning, with just the Prime Minister not coming in, the Home Minister was here, central leaders were here, MPs were here, Chief Ministers were here. We know that you now know the kind of electoral machinery that the BJP can in fact use in municipal election. For the 2023 election, they would possibly multiply it many folds. What are the lessons for the TRS, and would it be, would it be something to worry about with the kind of electoral machinery that they have rolled out?
Well, I think, first of all, BJP people, all the top leadership of BJP who have come to Hyderabad, should really apologize to the farmers who are protesting in Delhi. The more pressing important issues are in Delhi. They left all that and they coming to Hyderabad just for a municipal poll, just to make sure their machinery is properly oiled and ready for the further elections. So this always proves the point of parties like us, which constantly keep telling that BJP is always in election mode but never in development mode. Point one. Point two, if their election, their poll process was a success, whatever Panna method that they call it, the percentage of votes of BJP should have gone high, but that is not the case. They got the seats, but the percentage of votes is not high. That indicates that they are taking the votes of Congress or other parties, other smaller parties, but they are not eating into the TRS's vote share. So this, when translated at a state level, TRS has nothing to lose. They could be a default second largest party because Congress has died a natural death here, but then it doesn't mean they are eating away any of the vote bank of TRS, because TRS is still loud and very, very respected under the Honorable KCR Garu's visionary leadership. We are forging ahead. We are number one in the country in many, many, many indicators. So people are with us.
Okay.
That is why people have reposed their faith on us again in this election, and I believe that will be the result again in 2023 general election as well.
Will this election result and the campaign of the BJP would have any bearing on the stand of the TRS in the national politics as well? Because at many issues we have seen how the TRS had supported the NDA government, the BJP government at the centre. Will there be a rethink now?
Well, we have supported BJP whenever there was an interest of our country, like in GST, like in demonetization. We didn't want to confuse our people further, so we stood by the central government, not BJP as a party. But when the central government decided to roll out the farm bills, we've opposed them tooth and nail. Our Honorable Chief Minister had written letters, we've opposed them in the Lok Sabha as well. So when the government of India takes decisions, when the BJP-led government takes decisions which are not in favor of the people of this country, TRS has always opposed them. We will continue to oppose them in the farm bills. We will continue to oppose them in the disinvestment of PSUs. We will struggle. We will fight with the PSU employees. We will make sure their rights are protected. So wherever it is hurting the people, TRS will oppose them. Wherever it is subjective, wherever we have to stand by Government of India, we have done that in the past. In the interest of the country, not for anything. Because when GST was rolled out, we are the #1 state who are in the GST implementation also. We didn't want to confuse our business people here, so we helped them out. Okay. But then when it hurts the interest of the people, we are going to oppose them tooth and nail. Thank you.
Your father fought tooth and nail against the Congress party. Now you have in fact seen the campaign of the BJP. Which one would you reckon is a more tougher opponent, the Congress or the Bharatiya Janata Party?
I believe we are from a movement background. We've seen many parties. We've seen TDP when it was at the highest of the power surge, then Congress, YSR, then now we are looking at BJP. Whichever party does not have an issue to address, they do not stand a chance in Telangana. If you're not doing issue-based politics in Telangana, if you're only wanting to do politics on a rhetoric speech or the regular religious agenda that BJP carries around everywhere, that's not going to work in Telangana. Okay. That has been proved in GHMC and it will be proved once again in general elections. So issues have to be addressed. The parties have to be very clear on what they're going to do for Telangana as a state. That is real politics in Telangana, because not only now, even from Indiraji's time, when the whole country was swept away in Indiraji's wave, Telangana stood by, and when whole country was swept away in Modiji's wave, Telangana stood by, gave mandate to TRS. So Telangana is a different land. Telangana people are very emotionally intelligent people. They look for solutions, not for problems.
Okay. Thank you so much for speaking to us here on India Today. Congratulations on your victory, and thank you for sparing the time.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.